The liar who I'd like to talk about today is David Icke. I just watched a video on a YouTube channel called Press for Truth, where David Icke was talking about 5G and how humanity might deal with 5G and possibly defeat it. Well, it seemed that David Icke was telling the truth about what 5G is and what it can do. It appears that 5G is the thing that's going to usher in the singularity, where our minds are going to be controlled by a computer called the cloud, and it's going to determine everything that we think. This is going to make humanity extinct as we know it. Our bodies will still be here walking around, but our thoughts are all going to come from a computer, not from our own minds. So David Icke tells us that the way to defeat this is to, I think, raise your consciousness and get yourself on a different frequency. So the frequency that 5G sends out won't bother you. Well, as always, David Icke is lying about that. He knows it, but the people who listen to him don't know it. The way to stop 5G and the way to solve every other problem on Earth is for we the people to assert ourselves as the authorities, fire the government, put honest and intelligent people in charge of our countries, and stop this assault on humanity. David Icke will never tell you that. When we the people unite, we can fire the government, seize the TV networks from the Rothschild family, and restore our freedom of speech that we haven't had since 1938, and we can talk to each other to present honest ideas and honest solutions to the problems that affect humanity. Now, somehow switching your mind to a different frequency doesn't seem like it's going to be possible to avoid this 5G that they are supposedly planning to attack us with. But it is possible to fire all the lawyers, bribe liars, and useful idiots and obedient servants who work in our government. What you have to do is embrace the fact that we 300 million Americans are the authorities. That's what it tells us in the Declaration of Independence. That's how our country was founded, with the people as the authorities and the politicians and other government employees as our servants. David Icke doesn't tell you this. He tells you that you have to act individually to try to protect yourself from the effects of 5G. Well, no, acting individually doesn't work when you have millions of, obedient drones and psychopathic leaders in our government trying to destroy us. If you're acting individually, that bunch of crazed idiots will beat you. We have to act collectively as 300 million authorities, owners of the United States, who are not going to let our bribe-lying politicians and our obedient government employees destroy our country anymore. Why won't David Icke tell you this? Because David Icke works for the government. He works for the bankers. He tells you part of the truth, but he won't tell you the solution. Any questions? You understand how David Icke is always lying to you by telling you part of the truth and never telling you the solution that is right there in the Declaration of Independence for you to implement anytime we want. We could fire the government tomorrow if we all talk about it, talk about solving all our problems by getting our 100% corrupt government out of office. Will you talk about that? YouTube won't let anyone see my video. If I'm lucky, I get 100 views. So if you start talking about it, then other people might get the idea that we're the authorities, we stand above the government, and we can stop the government from abusing us. Talk about it. Thanks for watching.